All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, in today's video, guys, we're going to talk about garbage disposals, all right? Difference on this video, though, is I'm going to take you inside the garbage disposal so you can see what us plumbers mean when we tell you, quit putting everything down your disposal, right? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you money on these YouTube videos. So come over here, guys. Let me show you what we got. This here is your basic garbage disposal, all right? This one here is a 3rd horsepower. It's made by Emerson, actually, but it's a Badger 1 incinerator. Now, they make bigger garbage disposals. On all of our plumbing trucks, we actually carry the 1/2 horsepower motor, but they make a 5/8, a 3/4, and a 1 horsepower motor. Honestly, to me, the 1/2 horsepower comes with a 2-year warranty. It's perfect for the average homeowner. And I tell you what, guys, in 24 years owning a business, we have installed thousands of these. And I cannot think of one time that we've had to go back within 2 years and warranty it. I mean that, trust me on that one. So they're good disposals. So, but you know what? You still can't put just everything you want down a disposal, guys. There are just certain things that you are better off putting in your trash, all right? What disposals were actually designed for was just, a couple Cheerios, man, got off your plate, spaghetti noodles, some sauce that's left over from something you made. If you're dicing up vegetables, potatoes, carrots, celery, man, put that stuff in your trash. The worst thing you can put down your disposal, guys, is grease, all right? You get done cooking that delicious bacon, all right? We all love it. Ugh. For those of you that don't eat bacon, just probably quit watching my channel. But anyway, for the rest of you guys, that grease, man, do not put it down your garbage disposal, and I'm going to show you why here in a second. So come inside here, guys. I want you to actually look inside a disposal. Nobody ever shows this here, but now if your disposal is installed on your sink, you cannot remove this black rubber part, but obviously ours isn't installed, so we can. I want you to look down inside there, guys. You got a good light there, Blake?
Yep.
All right, you see those blades right there, guys? See how that's spinning? There's another one over here. Those aren't actually sharp blades. They're more like grinders. When you drop something down in here and you turn your disposal on, this silver plate here, this is all spinning, and these are also spinning. What they do is they grind stuff up, and you see all these slots right here? Let me get my screwdriver out of the way. All those slots, that's where whatever you ground up has to go down inside those slots, okay? So first of all, that tells you how small the particles got to be. Next thing is, when they do go down there, this is what they're coming out of, okay? Those slots are actually right up in here. So it goes down. Look at this little tiny opening right there, all right? That is what the actual food and stuff that you put in there has to come out. Now, the reason, guys, I was talking about why grease is so bad is because grease, man, is just a gooey substance, right? It's hard to break down. Well, what it does is it gets down inside your disposal and it just kind of blocks up all those slots. When it gets down in here, it's just all greasy and grimy. So now, when other stuff goes down there, right, your coffee grounds at the bottom of your glass of coffee, a couple Cheerios or whatever make it down, they all kind of get caught up on that grease, guys. It's hard to get rid of it. A lot of water is what I recommend. Now, there's theories on, should you run cold water with grease? Should you run hot water? Guys, I don't know the answer to that. I run hot water in every house I've owned, along with some soap, like some Dawn or something. And I rinse out my garbage disposal and my kitchen sink as much as possible. Man, I'm just like you guys. Sometimes grease does get down my drains. Water, 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 water. Keep it running, okay? Let those blades run. Keep that water going while you're wiping down the kitchen, while you're doing everything else, all right? It's the best thing for your disposal. But basically what this does, guys, it just shows you the inside of a disposal. Now, here's a couple other things I'm going to show you about your disposal while I have one not installed. I've actually shown this a little bit on a couple other videos, but it's a lot easier when you have a disposal out. Let's say you go to turn your disposal on someday, right? And it just makes a humming noise. Or it doesn't make any noise whatsoever. Boom, nothing happens. Well, there's a couple of possibilities that you need to do. Odds are you got something jammed in your disposal. Maybe a bottle cap fell down in there. Maybe, part of a spoon got bent up and's down there, or you broke a piece of glass. You thought you got it out, but it's wedged in there. Well, what happens is your disposal will actually shut off. The motor will run, but it shuts itself off so that it doesn't burn out the motor. It's actually a safety feature. So there's a couple of things you got to do. Underneath your disposal, and this is pretty much true for every disposal, guys. It may not look exactly like this brand, but it's probably going to have these features. See this key right here, right? It's basically an Allen wrench. I believe it's a 1/4 inch, but I could be wrong on that. But at the end of the day, guys, it's an Allen wrench. It's the same on both sides. It's probably laying in one of your drawers or in your cabinet. You never knew what it was for. What it's for, guys, is you actually stick it right in the center of your disposal like that, and you can manually now turn those blades. So let's see here, Blake, if we can make that. See, guys, how I'm spinning those blades by turning that key underneath? All I'm doing is spinning that, right? I'm trying to break free whatever's in there. Now, once I do that, you still got to reach your hand down in there, or maybe a long pair of pliers, and get it out. Unplug the disposal if you're worried about it. Make sure that nobody accidentally turns the switch on, right? This isn't some horror movie where you're going to stick your hand in there. Make sure you shut everything off, all right? If you're worried about it, guys, unplug the disposal. But at the end of the day, whatever was jammed in there, you got to get out. You know, guys, we've had calls where we've had to remove people's disposals, physically turn them upside down to get something out, you know. But anyway, just, again, trying to help you out. Okay, so you've got the blades working free. You've got whatever was lodged in there out. You turn it on, it still don't work. Here's what's probably happened. Again, underneath your garbage disposal, guys, this right here, it's a little reset button. Kind of picture a GFI switch on your outlet, you know, in your bathroom above your sink. This will trip a lot of times, and that's saving the motor from burning up. So when you get it all unfreed, you know, the lodge out, you still may have to push that button. Turn the switch on. If your garbage disposal works, fantastic. I just saved you a bunch of money on a service call. If it doesn't work, you probably need a new garbage disposal. Sometimes they will still burn up. So, but anyway, guys, just wanted to kind of help you out, you know, with that. Now, here, I'm going to take it a step further, guys, why you shouldn't put stuff down your garbage disposal. You know, the less, the better. Here's why, guys. So, the food gets ground up. It's got to go through all those little tiny slots, right? It's got to make its way out this little tiny hole right there, right? You can see my finger, guys, man. That ain't much bigger than my finger. Well, once it gets out of there, you know, underneath some people's sink, guys, this is what your piping looks like, all right? If you step back and picture your kitchen sink sitting up here, this may be what your piping looks like. Again, everybody kind of pipes it different, so don't, you know, freak out. What I'm trying to show you is, you know, the food particles and water still got to get out your disposal, come down this tube, down into your P-trap, right? That U-shaped fitting under your sink, into the wall, down the basement, under the floor, out to the street. It's got a long ways to go. The less, the better that you put down there, unless it's water. You know, on these here in Omaha, these teas that we put in, these things have a baffle in them. I don't know if you can see that good there. Yeah, there you go. See that baffle? That's designed, guys, that when the food, you know, particles and what are forced down here, my finger gets caught in there. I mean, it's, you know, so I'm just kind of showing you, man, that the food's got a lot of obstacles that it's got to get through once it gets past your disposal. You're not out of the woods yet, man. It's still, like I said, has to go down under your basement. It could run 40, 50, 60 feet before it ties in your main sewer line. So, you know, the less the better. A couple tips for you on your garbage disposals, guys, is one thing you can do is, it's nice about once a month, throw some ice down your garbage disposal. 10, 15, 20, 100 cubes. Put them down there, turn your disposal on, let it chop up, all right? Run some water while you're doing it. It doesn't necessarily sharpen the blades, but, you know, those blades get covered with gook, grime, sludge, whatever. It just kind of cleans the blades off a little bit. It's a good habit to do. It's going to sound bad, man. You know, you're going to think it's shaking your whole sink, but honestly, it's good for the blades. You know, we get a lot of calls with people saying their garbage disposal stink. They do sell all kinds of products that are designed to pour down your disposal and to make them smell better. Guys, to me, most of those are gimmicks, but more power to you if you want to try it. You know, the old school ways is just taking a lemon wedge. Slice up little pieces of lemon, put it in your disposal, turn it on with water running. Just let it kind of chop up, just to kind of get a lemony, fresh smell. I advise you to cut the skin off of your lemon. Again, the less you're putting in your disposal, the better. So guys, I'm talking little chunks of lemon, not a whole lot. You know, once every couple months you do that. If you don't smell anything out of your disposal, don't do it at all, all right? The less the better. You know, apartment complexes nowadays, this is a little fun fact for you. A lot of them don't even install garbage disposals because we all know how it is, right? If you're renting someplace, you probably don't care as much about it as if you owned it. Well, people who rent, man, they will shove everything down their disposals because they don't care if it backs up. So a lot of apartment complexes are just doing away with them whatsoever. Just remember, guys, you get done cooking breakfast, dinner, lunch, making brownies, cookies, whatever you do, the more you can put in your trash, the better. It'll save you a service call on your garbage disposal. So, you know, I have another video where we show the complete installation of a kitchen sink, garbage disposal, all that. If you actually want to see how to replace your own disposal, man, check that video out. We'll share it with you in the link on this video. So, all right, everybody, I hope you all have a good day. We're out.
Hey, also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.